Can you give me your best metal scream? Can you give me your best metal scream? Can you give me your best metal scream? Can you give me your best metal scream?
And that's how it's going to start tonight.
All right.
It's going to get weirder and weirder from there, folks. Greetings and welcome once again to Roman of the Empire. I am your host, Roman. Tonight, we are talking about metal. And we are going to have a fun, kind of loose discussion here. But we're going to be talking metal origins and a little time traveling through the 80s, 70s, and 80s, and then more into the modern era. But we've got a couple of great guests tonight. I think this is going to be a hoot. So before we dive into the topic, let's go around the horn, say hi to everyone, and then dive into this thing. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun tonight.
Nice.
We are down some panel members. We are down. Obviously, you can tell we're a little bit smaller tonight. As I
things
said,
are so bad you invited me to come on.
And it's rough. It's rough when we're folks. It's rough. I've got the Scott Canadian
dredging the bottom of the barrel now.
That poet guy, jeez.
You know, it gets weird. Like I said. So where am I? Who am I? How did I get here? He is the scourge of Gotham, the nemesis of the Dark Knight. He is Joker Voice. Welcome, my friend. How are you? And thank you for this topic this week. Again, this was your idea.
Yes. Doing okay. Obviously, things have changed. Life happens. I'm in the process of moving, so I can't find the actual tool, but we'll go back to the original scissors. Make that work.
Even in this state, my friends, it doesn't stop.
That's right. Never stops. Never stops. But yeah, love this topic. Can't wait to talk about it. And we have two of the best people right here for this topic as well. So
right on. He is the meme master of the interwebs, using his power for good instead of evil. He's up to 67%, folks, which is pretty good. He is Jacob Ironside. Welcome back, my friend. How are you this week?
I'm doing good. Doing really good. Yeah. Looking forward to this. Looking forward to learning some stuff. I don't know that much about metal, so.
You know, it's funny. I didn't start listening to metal. I in the 80s, it was not my bag, baby, as the kids said. It wasn't until the probably the 2010s or so that I really started listening. It's I'm a late bloomer, but what are you gonna do?
He'll drop eventually, right? Cool.
He comes and goes as he will. He is our favorite wizard of the interwebs. He is Blair de Blair. Welcome back, my friend. How are you this week?
I'm doing good. Better than last week, that's for sure. But yeah.
Accepted. Yeah, last week was not. Last week sucked. We'll just leave. Last week sucked. Nosferatu's out there. Goodness gracious already. And we got a couple of special guests tonight, and this I couldn't have asked for a better team on this. He uses the music from the past to save the future. He is that 70s rock fan back with us after a long absence.
A long abscess, yes. I just realized I'm sort of shaped that this t-shirt doesn't, it says Jizz Purr. That's it, because I'm sort of shape.
Nice.
Yes, this is lovely. So I am obviously here to represent the old school metal. You know, none of your crossover thrash, grindcore, doom, progressive, sludge, goth, stoner, folk, groove, melodic death metal, or the 600 other thousand subgenres.
Right.
The subs of the subs.
The subs of the subs. Yes.
It goes deep.
Yeah.
Today I found out.
Enough, you get a fucking Balrog out of this.
Indeed.
Right.
Today I found out there was a subgenre called anarcho-punk. There you go.
I did
I
not
never
know
heard
that.
of it. I
was
did not know that
unaware.
one.
Someone knows. Someone's been waiting for that their entire life. So
Right.
good to have you with us, my friend. Good to have you with
No,
us.
it's great to be back.
And speaking of back, we opened the closet and we found him in there. He is the drunk poet whose mystical music has only killed one person we know of.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Welcome back, Dempsey. Holy shit. Wow.
Well, thank you for having me. I couldn't imagine a better topic to come back to and a better channel to do it on. This is great company, and I feel like this is going to be a great discussion tonight. I got a lot to say, and I've been listening to metal since the mid-'80s, and it's on. I got a lot to say. Thank you for having me.
Right on.
I'm glad Dempsey's here because he'll remember things that I've forgotten.
That's a bold assumption, sir. That's been many pipes ago, we'll say.
Let's go through, say hi to Yon chat, and then get this thing going. And chat, please do tell your friends that we are alive. We're out there. It's Thursday night at 5 Pacific Standard. We've been here for the last 3 years, but just remind them, because it is a fight to the death on Thursday nights now. Yet here we are. Our good friend Eraserhead, welcome. Good to see you out there. Nosferatu, who is now Ernest Rafu, which is harder for me to pronounce for a myriad of reasons. Good to see you out there. Does anyone on the panel like neoclassic power metal? I don't know what that is.
Well, I don't know.
Dream Theater, does that count?
Does it cover Opeth and things like that, or are they a bit too thrashy? I don't know.
Yes,
They're symphonic.
Yeah, I mean,
well, I do like a bit of that subgenre.
I know. There's only 6 persons. I know.
I like a lot of the progressive metal myself. I'm into that because of the amount of talent it takes and like how difficult some of those things are to do.
Just getting weirder from
kind of wild.
There it is. Boosh McFadden, welcome. And it's old people. Yes, thank you for that observation.
Old deaf people.
Right? Come on.
And of course, also for our friend from across the pond, staying up late tonight, Jay the Deep-Minded. Welcome.
Jay.
It is glorious to have you hanging out with us tonight. So thank you so much for being here with us.
You know, Iron Man PJs, no less.
Which I didn't know they existed, but now that I do, it's almost like I gotta get them.
I suspect Jay has got a real Iron Maiden.
Excellent.
It's possible. So
see, most metal bands of old were named after either torture implements, old British inventors, or dinosaurs. That was pretty much the naming convention.
Serial killers.
Some serial killers, yes.
Lizzie
Borden. Let's see. Let me in here. Yeah, we're just gonna. Of course, this is bright as fuck.
Wait,
but we're just gonna. I want to start at the onset.
Wait. I hear a noise.
Oh shit! God damn me to hell! You know, if I were 10% smarter, folks,
I'd rather him.
My life would be
then you'd be 10% smart, wouldn't you?
I might hit I might hit low average. But on that note, it's a certain time, my friends. It's a certain time of the night.
Heavenly shades of memes are falling. It's in time.
It's meme time with our good friend Jacob Ironside. And these are usually brilliant and usually detrimental to me. So we'll see how this goes this evening as we dive into the metal show.
Nice. Love it. Yes.
There's some old ones and some new ones.
There's some old ones.
Static X. That's good stuff.
That tracks right there.
I like that. Yeah.
Name that band.
Static X.
Static X. Yeah.
Stagnation.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Name this band. All right.
Wow. Look at Sammy. Sammy not here with us. He got fired. We fired him tonight. Good. Always excellent.
The Lone Rangers.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I like
Lone Rangers.
There's 3 of you. You're not exactly lone, are you?
I like this one.
Nice.
Who's the actual band here?
Suicidal Tendencies, I think.
I think it is, yeah.
Is it? All right.
I like that. That's pretty good.
I look good. I could have pulled that off.
That's what she said.
Ew.
Oh, that's a good one.
I also look good tall, which is not a reality.
You look like Ray Stevenson.
A little bit. Yeah.
That's true.
Well, not now, like he used to look.
Well, not now. True. Not now. Poor Ray. R.I.P. Ray. I don't like this one. I've seen this one before, and it bothers me every time. It's very disturbing. It's uncomfortable. It's an uncomfortable.
That's masterfully done, is what that is.
Thing going on here. It's creepy. It's creepy. That's Mando. That's Mando and Sammy.
Giant
Oh my
forehead.
goodness.
I think those proportions
What
are
is this?
better. That looks
What is
more
this?
realistic.
Killer dwarves. This one?
That's what it looks
It's
like.
a killer dwarves.
Could be Grim
Oh
Reaper.
my
I don't
God.
know.
Right. I think that
I
was
love
Striper,
this one.
wasn't
This
it?
one's great.
It had the yellow and black stripes on.
What, Grim Reaper?
that's
I love Grim
that's
Reaper.
our good friend our friends at B-roll stage
Nice.
are hanging out with us there. That's at
I
Adam
like
and Bar.
this.
Nice.
Okay.
And Michael Myers, apparently.
That's
I love it.
a
yeah.
good one.
Nice.
That's
Lost in the
nice.
Wood. Love
Yeah.
it. Love it.
Fuck yeah. I'm digging it.
That's awesome.
That is solid. Oh wow.
I love that.
Wow.
You got to do that one night, Roman.
I should actually, but right now the problem is it would be sweating off me and it would look like I was fucking melting out here. So,
Right.
there's added value to that. I'm not going to say there isn't because there is. This is a good one. Oh,
It's a
look,
very
there's
good one.
Ryan. He's there. The whole gang is there. Nice.
Nice, dude. Nice.
That's solid. Dude.
That is solid. I love it.
Dig it.
Nice job, Jacob. Excellent
Very
work.
cool. Very cool.
Wow.
That's fucking
Wow.
great.
Wow.
Look at my face.
That's fucking
Blair looks like he just ate something sour.
Yeah. I don't like this band.
I look pretty much like I always look, which is disturbing. Always disturbing. Nice job. That one looks really good. That does not. That's a problem. There's a lot of problems here.
Wow.
It's more like Man of Wart.
Wow.
Man of Wart.
God.
Wow. That's
Wow.
unfortunate. That's
You see, this is why I got into metal, for the fashion.
right.
Okay. Got it.
Right.
He wears that to this very day.
Just
Yeah.
say, well,
The problem is
it's
that
a lot of
the
confidence
leather-
to wear something like
the
that.
leather chafes.
A lot of
There's a lot of
drugs and a lot of confidence.
Right.
My
Look at all that oil.
Actually,
Oh, my
and
goodness.
sadly, that is the one we're ending on tonight. So that's going to be burned into
Oh,
your
no
brains
one's
for the rest
no
of the
one's ending on that. No one's ending on that.
That's
Wow.
true. If you're trying to buy some time, just remember this.
Just rocking my gold lame codpiece there.
Vex.
Whoa,
So-
wow, zoinks! Oh, is
Vex.
Vex? Did Vex join? Oh,
Hi, Vex.
Vex. Yeah,
As a sister, I love you.
Vex. And hello, and I'm sorry. That's all I can. That's what I can offer up.
Nice.
Wow, that was a lot. Oh, fuck off, Rolling Stone. Sorry. Actually, I don't. I've got an image here, but I don't want it because I want to talk about Black Sabbath.
Never heard of them.
Who?
No, I've heard of them. I've heard of them. I've never heard of them. I heard of who and them, but never.
But have you heard of Yes?
Yeah, who's on first? No, guess who? No, yes.
And
Yes, on first.
this is the downward spiral. It's a little early for that, folks, but yet here we are.
Really, they should have packed. Every metal should have packed it in after this because that's perfection right there.
I mean, yeah.
Well,
So,
the only thing that could make that more perfect if a Ronnie James Dio was in the picture.
So this is where Rock Fan and I have a strong divergence. You know what I don't like about Black Sabbath with Dio?
What's that?
Nothing.
Dio. Dio would be the
Have you got
no.
something? Are you a heightist? You're into part height. You don't like short.
The reason I don't like the band Dio, again, it's because of Dio. And it's
Dio
be a
invented the
troll
horns,
pick.
didn't he? Wasn't that him?
That's him.
Yeah. The Maloik.
Okay, but
Just
but has anyone seen the meme? There's this meme. Guy's got this really cool tat, and it's a Ronnie James Dio here, and it goes into his arm, and so when you do the horns, it's Ronnie James Dio doing the horns.
Oh no, yeah, no, you don't want that.
Oh Lord.
And
Then you got
and the caption is, "Hey, cool tat, but Ronnie James Dio jacks you off now."
Right.
Wow. That
I mean,
But yeah, what a
Wow.
magnificent band! I was alive at the time that they first rose to prominence, and it was scary as a kid. Black Sabbath were scary, you know.
that was the devil's
see, like I
music.
said,
Yep.
Like Elvis was the
By
devil's
accident.
music, you know. Like
Yeah.
Black Sabbath
please
was
don't ban
like
me, YouTube.
If the devil
made
had a
band.
devil, it would be Black Sabbath.
Right. Right.
Well, and they're interesting because so Dempsey and I were talking about this just a little bit in the green room before the show.
Yeah.
I mean, metal didn't just happen. It
Right.
wasn't like that. You know, Ozzy woke up one day and there's a fucking bat, and then you had metal. It didn't happen.
Right.
There was a progression from the music in the 60s, in the 50s and the 60s, the more
It came
poppy
from
stuff,
blues, I
moving
thought, right?
into the more interesting and harder music with bands like the Rolling Stones, the Doors,
Right.
and then something straight. Now, when we talk about traditional metal, and I think Rock Fan, you'll probably agree, what we're talking about is hard rock. Hard rock wasn't really a thing, but it became a thing. But that's your foundational roots of heavy metal.
Yeah, and there's a lot of crossover. I mean, all
Yeah.
metal fans in my
Yes.
day were into hard rock stuff like AC/DC, Thin Lizzy.
Oops, sorry.
You know that they were
Aerosmith,
seen as hard rock.
Molly
But
Hatchet.
everyone was still into them though. That were into
Right.
metal.
Like Deep Purple was metal.
Yeah,
But these
and-
guys were all R&B bands when they started, you know.
Yep.
Right.
Like Led Zeppelin, they hate the metal tag, but they're hard rock.
Yeah.
And
Well,
these
them
guys
and like
do.
Iron Butterfly and
Oh, yeah.
bands with names like that are the reason why they called it metal.
Mhm.
Because
Well, and
lead
it
and,
was,
iron
Steppenwolf.
and things like that. Right.
yeah,
Steppenwolf coined the phrase.
heavy metal
Right.
thunder. Yep.
Mhm.
I would give a shout out to the Kinks, obviously, for "You Really Got Me" and their
Oh,
early singles,
yeah,
which
excellent.
were riff laden proto metal.
Right.
So they deserve a nod
Agreed.
as well.
And
But
the
yeah, it
Eagles.
wasn't just, as you see, it wasn't just a switched on thing. Somebody just didn't
Mhm.
throw a switch and hey, heavy metal's been invented.
Right. It was
Progression.
a growing.
Hell, even the
Uh,
Beatles, as you say, did
Yeah.
Helter Skelter and stuff like that.
Right.
You know.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yeah. Helter Skelter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Geez, for that time period, a song like Helter Skelter, like I said, it wasn't my
Yeah.
era.
Right.
And
But
And then
we
it
need
you
to
really
look
give
back at the
scandal
rest of the
later.
music of that stage. You
I
know?
think we need to give credit to the Osmonds for inventing heavy metal with Crazy Horses. I think that was really the invention of heavy metal.
No. You pull out the Osmonds reference.
And it's been good having Rock Fan with us once again.
The other thing
You'll be-
about this time period with guys like Deep Purple and Led Zeppelin, they were all vying to be in the Who. They were all vying to be the loudest band in the world.
Yeah.
Right.
So it wasn't just about what we consider to be metal now with all the the various guitar styles or whatever. It was sheer volume was a part of it.
Right.
You know, who could be the loudest on stage and get that record? You know.
Right.
So Deep
Yeah,
Purple
I
were
remember
one of the
watching
ones.
a documentary, and it was one of the many just long form, multi-part documentaries about it was the evolution of metal, and
Yes,
they were
that's a good
talking
one.
about amps, and there was the guy who made Pete Townsend's amp, who
was the
invented-
Spinal
who
Tap
basically
meme.
designed that.
You know,
And that
Right.
he's
came
go
over
to 11.
That's right.
Yeah, and he's like, basically you have Pete Townsend to thank for your progression of loud and moving the bands into that that phase.
Well,
of the
it,
music.
it might have been Jim Marshall, or I think they may have used the Marshalls, but it's funny if the Beatles had the first 100-watt Marshalls made for them, especially by Jim Marshall.
Wow.
And
Well, they played like Shea Stadium and stuff. Nobody could hear them.
Nobody could hear them, so they.
Right.
But by the time the Who got the equipment arms race going, people could hear them.
Yeah, and then it started being in stadiums that were closed. So
right. And they started using the giant stacks everywhere.
Oh,
yeah. The
wall.
super heads.
Oh, the wall, the fucking wall of amps.
Right.
And Hendrix would just with the use of certain pedals would just blow it away as well. You know, this all led up to it. But Black Sabbath, you could say, were the
Iommi
still the
specifically.
fathers of it all.
That's the way I always look at it too. Is they were the one. You get to that certain point in
that was the
evolutionary tree, and that's
Mm-hmm.
the part where you mark this is fucking metal.
Right.
And
We
that's
call
the
it
Black
metal.
Sabbath
That's right.
phase.
And it was scary shit.
The one thing I would like to point out is at that point it was heavy metal and not thrash metal or speed metal or power metal or any of this other thing. It was the top heavy metal. Like, this is our starting point, right?
Yeah.
And like Iommi really cemented the sound of it, the detuning of the guitars, the distortion usage,
the bass, the
Ozzy coming in and using the cadence and the really like darker lyrics that were really
the
controversial at the time.
Doom theme, boom, boom.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
that's where it really crossed over.
Sabbath were actually, Tony Iommi is just a fabulous guitar player. They were actually pretty progressive and musical too, you know.
They
the
were.
reputation is that they were just thrashing away there. That's not true at all. When you listen to their albums, there's some really inventive stuff on there.
You ever hear
Brilliant.
Laguna Sunrise? That's like, not metal at all.
Brilliant. Yeah, some jazzy stuff.
Yes.
Jazz.
Yeah, Geezer's bass, he has a very jazz playing style.
Right.
And that's where these guys came from, a jazz R&B background.
Right.
Yeah.
So
blues definitely directly birthed metal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
absolutely.
There we go. Heaven and hell. What
there it is.
Then the end, of course. That's that's actually that's not the end. I don't know who that gentleman is on the far side.
He's a drummer. They didn't have their.
That's not there.
It's probably one of the pieces, but we don't know which one.
Yeah, right.
Tony Martin's still going.
Yeah. There we go.
Wow.
Get back to the original lineup.
That's
crazy.
Yeah,
bass and drums for Sabbath. It was. The rhythm section really drove it, but then Tony's fucking heavy ass guitar over that. Like I said, it was a very jazz sounding piece.
Well, there's a lot of down tuning and that kind of thing going on.
Right.
It's, I guess
and then you get Ozzy's dark.
The doom
lyrics.
thing came from that.
Right.
Yeah, it was brilliant, and it was new and it was different. Back when you had new and different in the fucking world.
And this was in 1970, and everything up to the point had been like, the Flower Children, the hippie shit, and these guys were like, no, we're not part of that.
Right. Well, when Nativity in Black came out, there was nothing like it. Nativity in Black was like a whole, there was really nothing like it. One of the most spectacular pieces of music at the time, in my opinion.
But I distinctly remember as a 7 or 8 year old watching Top of the Pops every week, which I did, and I was into the Monkees and the Beatles and all, and then this Black Sabbath come on doing Paranoid. I was like, what's this?
Right. Right.
Oh, mommy, what's this? I'm scared.
Off the reservation here. I want to spend the rest of the night on Sabbath because we could spend the rest of the night on Sabbath. I'm going to pull up their discography real fast though, because in the was it going to let me do this? Oh, fuck you. Here, give me a sec here. In the early days, they were working their fucking asses off. It was like crazy the amount they were putting out.
Right.
That does not exist in the modern era.
No. Well, except for one person. I know one artist that's doing albums like that. That's Tom McDonald. Not that anybody cares, but the guy pumps out music like a damn assembly line. It is insane. I think he put out 9 albums in 1 year or something.
There was also a time when they just got their record deal, Five Finger Death Punch was
Yeah.
they were
There we go.
doing like an album every year for like 9
Yeah,
years.
they were churning them out. So we got Black Sabbath, 1970, Paranoid, 1970, Master of Reality, which is a fucking brilliant album.
Great.
Oh, yeah.
1971, Volume 4,
Another
72,
kick-ass.
fucking Sabbath,
kick-ass
Bloody
album.
Sabbath,
Bloody Sabbath,
73. And then the
Yeah.
last album that I have by them is Sabotage. But if we look, it doesn't end there for them.
No, it does not.
Technical Ecstasy, fucking 76. Then they took a break. And 78, you get Never Say Die. And then they took
Never
a break.
Say Die was a bit rough.
Heaven and Hell, which
I like
Heaven and Hell. Heaven and
that's
Hell,
your
one of the
favorite,
greatest
right?
albums ever made. Yes,
Seriously, Heaven and Hell, I really like that album.
it's just like this came from the sky. It's so good.
Right?
See, I've never listened to it fully, and again because I have a, everybody likes what they
Come
like.
to the
I
dark
simply-
side,
I
Roman.
simply
Think
can't
about what else
stand
was
the-
available at the time, though. You're like, okay, are we going to listen to the Culture Club? Are we going to listen to Bananarama?
Well,
Or are we going to
there
listen
were
to
other bands at work at this point, though.
Well, British
Well,
nu
okay.
metal started
Just
right around
saying.
80.
Just saying.
But I think
Right.
we can kind of those early years though, from 70 to like 78. We'll even go 70 to 80. 70 to 80. Those 10
Well, who
years.
else did you have at the time? You had Alice Cooper, Kiss.
Right.
No, but you still. I mean,
Yeah,
you
there's-
had the other. I mean, you still had
AC/DC.
You still had these other bands.
Scorpions,
You had Zeppelin. I mean, all that
AC/DC.
shit was out there.
Judas Priest were around at that time too.
Priest, Thin Lizzy, UFO.
Yep.
There's a lot. These are that's the era for my stuff.
Yeah, and those
you know,
bands
those
are.
big
It's
bands.
funny because you.
Scorpions.
So we
Motorhead.
have this early era of
Motorhead.
metal that we're talking about. Fucking Motorhead. And then it seemed to me when we're just kind of talking about this, ACD is I don't put ACDC in the metal category. That's why we're not. That's why they're
More
not
hard
there.
rock.
Hard rock.
They're hard
yeah.
rock.
Yeah.
Like
And
Aerosmith.
that's great. And again, there's like that kind of crossover thing.
Right. It's
But-
real close.
Aerosmith, in my opinion.
They are they're in
Scorpions.
the hard rock category. I love ACDC, but
Scorpions
they're
are metal.
not quite. What was that?
I'd say Quiet Riot's more
Scorpions
metal
are
than
metal.
them.
Scorpions are metal.
Scorpions are
Trust
metal.
me.
I don't like the Scorpions,
Possibly
but they
one
are
of the-
metal.
They're definitely in one of the top 3 or 4 concerts I've ever been to. It was the first time I saw the Scorpions in
Really?
1979 or 1980 in a 500 standing room only club
Nice.
sized thing, and it
That's
was. I
tiny.
thought I was going to die. It was so hot in there,
Oh,
and the
yeah.
crowd moved. You moved.
Right. One of the
Yeah,
ones you
and it
put your
was one of
arms
the-
up and they just stay up because you can't put them back down.
Yeah, it was the
Oh,
Animal Magnetism tour, and it was Wolverhampton Civic Hall, and it was just one of the most glorious nights
Saxons,
in
Sampsons,
history.
Death
I mean, I saw
Metal.
them a few
What is-
times after, but that first time was just something else.
What
It was
does
great.
P's acronym mean?
New wave,
New
of,
wave
British
of British
metal.
heavy metal,
Yeah.
Jesus, that's a lot, Jay.
and that's
Um,
my second wave of stuff I was into was that stuff. In
Well,
fact, I did a very
Priest
good
and
live
Maiden
stream on
and all
that.
that, like your shirt, dude.
It's funny because Judas Priest always gets lumped into that, but they
No,
predate
they were-
that.
They started
But they,
like
like,
69, 70, yeah.
But they reinvented themselves, so they
They
almost
did.
got like dragged
They
along
did.
with it.
Right. Kind of like how
Oh.
freaking Pantera started out as glam metal and turned
Yes.
into thrash.
Mm.
Right.
Yep.
Yep.
1990 was when they flipped that
Crazy.
switch. So we're not quite
But
there yet.
Priest and Motorhead are the godfathers of the new wave of British heavy metal. They kind of
Yeah.
inspired those bands the most, I think.
Yeah.
But it was a glorious time
So-
to be alive, trust me. 79, 80, 81, having all that stuff out.
Well, I was born in
Just glorious.
79. So I was alive, but
I was already in
Well-
the RAF in 1979.
Iron Maiden started out as kind of a punk band almost. Their
right.
first
Well,
couple
they did.
albums were really
Paul Di'Anno as a vocalist
Yeah.
is a very punkish kind of guy, you know. So that's
And
the
Bruce
first
Steele.
first two Def Leppard
Yes.
albums are magnificent. I think most
Yes.
of the stuff after that was just pop, but the first
Right.
two are phenomenal.
Yeah, pop rock. Yeah, they were
Yeah.
real big in that. Rocket
So
and
of your-
pour some sugar on me. and
Yeah,
all
they
that.
got the
Hair metal.
MTV
Oh,
stuff.
oh,
Yeah.
Lord, pour some
Yeah,
sugar
yeah.
on me. Fuck
Right.
my fucking
I know. That was like
Um,
a curse back then. We couldn't
and
get
Bon Jovi was never heavy metal.
Agreed.
No,
Don't even mention
Yeah.
Motorhead.
No.
Michael Bolton was though. Michael Bolton. Heavy metal singer of the year,
That's right.
whatever year it was.
Oh.
I mean,
Peace of mind.
the
Wow.
Eddie.
Yeah, it's so
the Beastie Boys.
Iron Maiden. Like I said, I like
No.
British metal. It's probably my favorite. It's almost
Me too.
unquestionably.
Right.
I've always thought it was, generally speaking, more and better than Britain.
Right.
American metal, well, I mean, it's to me always, apart from exceptions, always.
It's
And then
Scandinavian now.
later stuff was pretty good, but
Right.
in that era,
There's
you
still
had
some pretty good British
there's
metal.
a lot of dress up American bands at that
Well,
time.
yeah, you had the LA Strip stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
Hairspray was more
Yeah.
important
Yeah,
than-
Motley
Now,
Crue,
Van Halen, of course,
Poison.
although they started there, I would say they're genuine metal, or they were in those days
Right.
anyway. So,
Right.
that
But yeah,
first
Iron
Van Halen
Maiden is
album-
like borderline progressive metal. Like they
Yes.
are good. Those guys are crazy technical.
Well,
Yeah.
it's
Mhm.
it's they had the three guitarists because they brought the other lead back, and then you have that sound, that Iron Maiden guitar sound.
Plus, the
Mhm.
bass
The
player
vocal-
played the bass like a
Iron
lead
Maiden.
guitar. He wasn't rhythm. He was out
Right.
front.
If I'm not mistaken, he also did most of the songwriting.
Yeah,
Sure,
he's
I
the
think
real
so.
power in the band. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And then-
Iron Maiden was on every single day in my house growing up. Every single
and
day.
Maiden is, I mean, still to this day, I mean, to one of their biggest albums is the one they did in Sao Paulo, Brazil, the live concert that they did. The crowd is just singing along with everything. I mean, what was it?
Right.
and there what are there like a million fucking people there? That
Oh,
is
yeah.
that's one of the if you've not seen that concert, you can find it fucking anywhere now.
Just
But
the Rio
it's-
stuff. In
Down in
Brazil?
Brazil.
Yeah, they have like like a million
Oh.
people or something.
Oh shit,
It's
Cannoli. What's up,
crazy.
my dude?
No,
Yeah, 'cause it starts with
Cannoli.
Bruce
What's up, man?
Dickinson flying them there. Because that's when he was, because he's a fucking pilot. So he
Right.
flies them down there, and
Right, yeah.
that's how
They have their own airplane.
Yeah,
Their
they
own
do.
Iron Maiden
Yes.
jet.
Right.
Big one.
Hey, Cannoli, hello, good evening, sir. And for the chat, I need you to forgive me tonight. I am without my co-host Shieldwall, who normally does all the clicking for me, so that because I tend to get lost. So I'm not being neglectful of you, my friends. I'm just an idiot. So we'll just leave that hanging there. And again, I want to thank everyone hanging with us over on YouTube and on X tonight. Again, please tell your friends that we're out there for the metal show. This era of metal, I think, is my favorites. The
Me
Judas
too.
Priest, Iron Maiden period.
1980s, early 80s.
Early 80s,
And
like
again,
Wasp?
and
or early
and
80s,
very
like-
specifically the British metal.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, good. I'm glad you distinguished that.
Yeah, because American metal at this point,
Was
there are
was
words
like
for
Rat.
it, and none of the words that I have are good. This
It
is
was
the
LA
Oh,
Sunset
Wasp was
Strip.
all right. Wasp was
Wasp.
all right.
Cinderella.
Yeah.
Rat, the early Motley Crue.
Rat was they were kind of cheesy, but I got into them back then, like a lot.
Halloween, the band
Like,
Halloween.
I think a lot better of it now than I did then at the time. Like now I look back and we're kind of fond of some of it, but at the time I thought,
Yeah.
what's all this haircut shit, you know?
It was MTV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That was
the
MTV,
era
man.
of glam metal, I that's quite frankly, that's one of the things that put me off of the genre, because I didn't
Right.
grow up with this. Like in the 70s, my parents, the old man of the empire and the bitch that bore me, didn't listen to this stuff, so I wasn't exposed to it. And in the 80s, when MTV came along, what are you seeing? You're seeing the hair bands and all of that awful stuff, and I'm like, so it was very off-putting for me. So it took me a good 20 years to come around. What band was it that Pantera was friends with that turned pop? Was it Skid Row? I don't know. the answer to
Probably.
Yeah.
that.
But,
And Jay got to see Maiden in Manchester.
I have a claim to fame. I saw Bruce Dickinson with the band he was in before Maiden, Samson.
Jackson? Oh, Samson. Oh, wow.
Samson.
Wow.
Yes, I
Wow.
saw Samson
Holy
once. They were supporting somebody. I can't remember who they were supporting.
Oh, Cinderella Award.
Dude, Cinderella.
Warren,
Hey,
Warren are
welcome,
pretty good. I like
Scott.
Warren.
It's good to see you, brother.
But Samson had a hit, Earth Mother. That was a hit single they had, and then he joined Maiden after that.
That is just too much hair, leather, and sweat for me.
You're right, right.
There's a lot. There's a lot. Of
Yeah,
that.
but there was a lot of women in that, though. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yeah, but the problem was the
Water.
men looked like the women's.
Well, that's true. That's true.
So
Except
I
the women all-
want to address this album real fast. It's
Okay.
if you've not heard it, Senjutsu 2021 Iron Maiden. This was their last of the modern era albums. It's still a very good album. It costs like $10,000. It doesn't cost that much. It's a lot though. It was more than I wanted to pay, but I fucking bought it anyway. And it's a good album. This because Bruce was having some he was having a lot of throat issues for a while.
Yeah.
And then
his range,
they
that's
came
hard
back
on your voice. Yeah.
with this, and it was just fucking killer. I I felt compelled to buy it. I had to buy it, sir.
So you mentioned the MTV thing, and one of the things that they did as the music scene in the United States changed and to whatnot, they actually because a lot of MTV at the start had a metal foundation. They kept the things with like Headbangers Ball, 100.
Yeah.
100.
Headbangers Ball was a game changer.
Yeah, it was.
Mm-hmm.
So was Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
Throw that out there.
So I did a video recently about this band, Grim Reaper. Beavis and Butthead used to take the piss out of them all the time.
Yeah.
But I love this band.
Nice.
Grim Reaper.
Grim Reaper.
I remember them.
Yeah, they're great, but Beavis and Butthead had a thing for them. They hated them. And they took the piss out of them.
Nice.
They really took the piss out of them. I did a video on these guys recently.
Yes, he had. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he had.
Right.
I love Grim Reaper.
You know the Disney cartoon, The Black Cauldron.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's stuff they cut from that movie that looks just like a metal band cover.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh, Judas Priest.
And there's nothing at all gay about this.
I know, right?
Nothing. That is
Right.
totally super straight. That's what we told
that guy
ourselves.
fly
That's
under
what
the
we told
radar.
ourselves at the time when we were into
Right.
Right.
So I've got two albums by Judas Priest. I've got their best of, which is interesting because it's actually earlier era music. It's before British Steel. So I'm like, so I bought it. I got it at the U Shop. I'm like, oh, cool, best of. And I didn't really think much of it. And then I get home, I'm like, I don't know any of these fucking songs, but it's good.
Not
So I'm like, all
Painkiller or
right, fine.
anything?
And then I got
Oh.
British Steel, which is just British Steel.
British
is
Steel,
like
of course, is my thing.
quintessential
So I got
Judas
the
Priest
C
album. I
shop.
fucking love that album.
British Steel
Oh
is
my God.
a phenomenal album.
What's like Day and Night? Because I saw an old Gray Whistle Test video of Priest back in the 70s. And they look just like 70s lawn hair rockers, you know.
Well, their early stuff, they've got Rob Halford's got like a kimono on, and he's got long blonde hair, and it's like there's kind of sort of semi-prog
Panama
hard
Jack
rock.
hats, and
But then by
Oh,
the time
shit,
they got into Killing Machine, Sin After Sin, I think was really where they kicked off with the good stuff, and then Stained Class,
Yeah.
and they got the leather
Killing
and
Machine, Killing
the
Machine. Those are great albums, but British Steel was like just perfection.
I fucking forgot. Like my brain sucks because I'm old. The new Priest album.
Invincible
came
Shield.
out-
I saw them last year
year.
on tour.
Yeah, it's again. Is it earth shattering? No, but it's still
respectable.
Very good. It is.
Yeah.
They don't
Respectable,
fucking because a lot of bands go on too long. A lot of artists.
oh
Rolling
god, yeah.
Stones,
Right, like
you
AC/DC.
carry on too long, and you
Everybody
become kind of
died.
a parody of yourself. And it's like,
Yes.
what are you
Priests
doing?
are still respectable. Saxon are still making great stuff, great original stuff. Saxon are really good. But yeah, I saw Priest last year, and they were fantastic. Yeah, really good.
Yeah, his
How
voice.
much is Rob singing live though? That's what I wonder.
Oh, you're wondering if they're doing the other in the background? How old is he?
I don't know. He's got to be in his mid-70s at least.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to pull up the Rob Halford
At least.
file here. Not that file for those of you
Not
who are
that
curious.
file, yes.
Oh,
Born
So he's
51.
He's Metal Santa now. Dude.
We have the same birthday.
So he's 70.
you were also born in 51,
Four.
Blair? fuck.
No.
He's
Same
74.
day.
Man. 74.
God damn.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me
How-
wrong. He's pretty damn good, and it's just a rumor that he might be doing that thing. You know,
How
hold
old was
the
Ozzy
microphone
when he
close.
died?
Ozzy
In his
was
80s, wasn't he?
No, I don't think Ozzy was in his 80s yet. I think he might have been like 75, 76.
Hang
Was
on,
he?
we can find that out really quick. We have this amazing.
He was
device.
born in 48. So, geez, yeah,
Oh, he was older.
77,
76.
76.
I thought he was up there.
Yeah. That's
Well,
life
he-
expectancy. Who would have thought Ozzy Osbourne would have made it to male life expectancy?
Yeah, I know, right?
None of us expected that.
Right.
Nobody expected that.
So
Like,
he punched out at 76.
Yeah.
But the different Ozzy, difference between like Ozzy and Rob Halford. Robert Halford is he's still moving around the stage, and he's a little bit younger. I mean, not a lot younger, but a little bit.
Yeah,
younger.
like a couple years.
But Ozzy's been having, he had the Parkinson's, so he was having other issues
right.
that
yeah,
were preventing him.
Rob's in pretty good shape, I think. Rob Halford's in
I
good
will.
shape.
I'm going to backtrack to Sabbath, and I said I wasn't going to do this, but their last album, 13, I love that album. Bill Ward's not on it, which sucks, and that was just a pissing contest. They got the drummer from Rage Against the Machine, who I hate as a band, but he's still a very good drummer.
That's all right. I don't like him as people
I
either.
fucking
No,
wish,
musicians
I
are
wish
amazing.
they had
Agreed.
toured then. I wish the band had gotten them back together and really done their exit then, because you're still, kind of top of your game shit. Because that album is phenomenal. Rick Rubin produced it's a brilliant album.
Rick Rubin. I was going to talk about him too. I'm glad you brought him up. He's done a lot of really,
Rick
really,
Rubin is
really, really
amazing.
good things for metal.
Mhm.
Without
He did
him, metal wouldn't
fucking
be what it is right
Slayer.
now. Period.
So is there anybody else in this era that you want to talk? I mean, Slayer kind of is this era too.
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of. I would
Who?
put them more squarely in the 80s though, because that was
It's more
when they
80s.
really came to prominence
Okay.
and like thrash
Later
metal
80s.
was the
Who?
whole thing.
Yeah,
They're one of the
thrash.
big four.
Okay.
They're better 80s.
Anything else from this era that we want to talk about?
No, I'm good.
Well, I mean, are we up to new wave? We've done Iron Maiden, but the new wave of British heavy metal, there was a lot of great bands, some of which only had one or two things, but you had Venom, who were a fantastic band, came out of that,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
very influential.
agreed.
Diamond Head, who are a band I saw multiple times,
Yeah.
because I was stationed at an RAF base next to their hometown, so I used to see them in pubs and clubs all the time.
Right.
Am I Evil, that kind of
That's
stuff.
awesome.
Who's that?
Angel
Right.
Witch, Tigers of Pantang. These were all the bands that came out of
Except-
new wave, except we're German, but same era. Yeah. So a lot of good stuff in that era, following on from the
Merciful
70s.
Fate.
But Motorhead and Priest were still huge.
Oh, Motorhead. Love them.
I was a big
Oh,
fan of
Motorhead.
UFO, who
We-
UFO were
I-
from an earlier era.
How did we skip
Right.
over? We skipped Motorhead, and that's we should-
Kinda.
Scorpions,
me-
UFO, Schenker, Michael Schenker, all from that
Yeah.
era.
Kind of hard to leave Lemmy out of the conversation, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
And
was
then-
that was
Who's
and I
winning
was
the fight,
into-
Lemmy or God? Trick question.
Trick
Lemmy is
question.
God.
Lemmy is good.
That's
Yes.
right. Trick question.
But Motorhead, yeah, just they were something else. And I was really getting into music in a big way because 76, 77 they started.
They were like a proto thrash band almost.
Oh
They-
yeah,
Yeah,
semi
on the
punk,
edge,
semi thrash, yeah.
right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
I'm just glad we're leaving punk out of this discussion because that's not metal.
No.
No,
There's
no,
no-
I mean, I
Right,
think
so there's no need to
Motorhead-
bring the Misfits or anything like
Right.
but
that.
Motorhead
no.
did. A lot of punks did like
Motorhead.
Motorhead. A lot of punks
Right.
liked AC/DC too, because
Yeah.
because of the attitude. Because of the
Yeah.
attitude, really. It was-
Lemmy played
Yeah,
with a
like-
version of the Damned at one time, right?
He did, yeah. They were
Yeah.
big friends with the Damned.
Yep.
Big friends. They also
I
made
mean,
a
you
great
know the
record with a band
crossover
called
with-
Girls School. They made a band with girls, a single with Girls School. Head Girl, they called it. Great.
So-
Head girl.
Yes, no.
Yeah.
So,
That's,
I think I met
so
her a
you
couple
said-
times.
So,
Ah,
oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were
nobody's
the
ever had a mustache since Lemmy. He had the last one, and ever since then, and it's just been that's it.
It's a great era. I mean, I was into the hard rock stuff as well. Thin Lizzy, as I say, UFO were a band I was hugely into, although they predated metal like Priest. They started earlier than that. But they had some great guitar players going through the
On it.
ranks like Schenker. Yeah, there was just such phenomenal stuff. Lots
So
of
Dempsey-
great hard rock.
Yeah, I got you.
Then
So you mentioned the Misfits as not to be included, but you would definitely include Glenn's later bands.
Yes,
Danzig.
Danzig.
But he came later. He's like
Right.
mid 80s, late 80s.
Right.
Late
Yeah,
90s
well,
into that.
yeah,
Right.
we're not quite to that area, though we are.
And I want to
getting
shout
there.
out Rainbow and Richie Blackmore and Rainbow, who were another band I
yeah.
saw at the time and were phenomenal. They were more what I would say influenced some
Hard
of the
rock?
speed metal, like Kill the King, tracks like Kill the King, or back in Purple Days, Highway Star. That's more like speed metal
Right.
influence, whereas Sabbath were more the doom metal stuff.
Mhm.
Richie Blackmore was kind of more of a speed metal guy. So anyway,
All
old
right,
school.
I sent it
as
to
say.
Roman.
Oh, okay.
I'm old school.
Alrighty.
I sent
did
you a
say?
picture in your Twitter, or in your
And
X.
Saxon, the mighty Saxon, of course.
So we're getting ready to go to thrash.
Where did you?
Or
send
do you
it,
want to
Dempsey?
talk about the LA hair band shit?
No, we can skip over that era entirely because I fucking hate it.
Early
The
80s.
thrash metal never had
Oh my
videos.
god, is that's Rob? That's with baby metal.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. it
Which
is.
one's which?
Mhm. Yeah, that's Baby Metal Band. Because you
Yes.
notice the guy in the background's got on the Japanese
Oh
makeup.
fuck yeah, that ain't
Yeah,
that
yeah.
ain't fucking
Right.
Judas Priest.
You
Yep.
know, Rob does look like he could be an anime character there, doesn't he?
Right.
Well, and
Yeah.
well,
Or the
he
bad
does.
guy from Weird Science.
Yes.
Well, this is something that I like. Is you've got these people like Rob, or people like more newer bands like Slipknot or Korn or whatever. They'll
Yeah.
bring bands that they like in this new genre of the metal and give them the rub, and just be like, no, these guys are legit. These
Yes.
guys are legit. The performers, the
Yeah, that
musicians.
band is solid.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Very. Like they're
And-
not playing
and-
around, but their structuring is complex, and yeah,
Right.
they're no joke, dude.
Oh yeah.
And Sue at the time, Suzuka is like 16 at this time.
Right. Could you imagine 16 and touring, and like Rob Halpert comes on stage to sing a duet
To
with
give you the rub.
like holy
to give
crap.
you the rub.
Right. Yeah, they were
Yeah.
touring with Metallica, and they toured with a bunch of people, man. They're legit.
Yeah. And we'll get to them in a bit.
Right.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We're
But yeah, that
you
was
know,
for
we're-
the Judas Priest section. Right.
So then we have to talk about the era we're going to move into now. I think is important.
What
The
Big
age of
Four?
Metallica.
Yes.
Late
I want
80s.
to say something about this. Thrash metal never had videos. They were never played on the radio. The only place I heard them on the radio was the college stations in Mount Carmel, Illinois. So between like the Smiths and that kind of stuff, then they had Monday Metal, and it was all thrash. It was
Okay.
Exodus, Metallica, Slayer,
Well,
Anthrax.
Testament
Nice.
of the band.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
love
Testament. Yeah.
So
and we
So
had
that-
these cassette tapes, and we played them till they broke.
Yes.
right.
Mhm.
So
That's
Dubbed
the way to
them
do
for
it.
everybody, and we just play these all night long drinking.
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah, so Blair, back in SoCal, Roman, you might remember this. We had a station called KNAC. It was a Pure Rock 105.5. This is all they played. It was like it was the Metallica, Megadeth, Slayer,
Was that
Anthrax.
LA?
Uh-huh.
Was that LA?
Yeah.
We didn't get that. We didn't get them down here.
Yeah, it wasn't until I moved to DC then they had there's a Baltimore station that played heavy metal all the time. They played Danzig and Iron Maiden and like 101 or something. But yeah, I lived out in the middle of nowhere, Illinois, and you didn't get this unless you tuned into that one weird college station that played it at
Right.
night.
Yeah, and I had to tune into Cincinnati's radio to be able to listen to metal. Yeah.
Oops, private chat. I'm sorry. I don't look. I'm going to tell you, I never look at the private chat. So if you need something to start waving at me wildly, because I probably will miss it. So Metallica was a game changer.
That's not the original lineup, by the way.
Nope.
No, because everyone fucking hated Mustaine. So they
That's
had
right.
to get rid of him.
That's right.
Dave Mustaine actually would get into fights, like not just arguments, but fights with the other band members.
Yeah, him
he
and
was
James
the one
famously.
manual, so they had to shoo him along. Now he does get credit on I know on Ride the Lightning for sure. I think he gets credit on
Metal Up Your Ass.
Kill 'Em All as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
And he went on to create Megadeth. So
But yeah, the original name of Kill 'Em All was Metal Up Your Ass, and the record companies wouldn't let them do that, so they changed it to Kill 'Em All, as in kill all the record label companies. Right.
Well, that's like the Four Horsemen. Was a Mustaine creation, but it was not. It became.
He did it better as
It
Mechanics.
didn't start as the Four Horsemen. I think it started as Mechanic.
Mechanics with an X.
Something like, within Mechanics. Yeah. So yeah, it's an interesting. Metallica's journey was an incredible thing.
Right. The bass player, you got to talk about the bass player. Come on.
Oh, yeah, Cliff Burton.
Yes, come on, man. He was super influential.
He was.
Extremely.
And the sad part is we only got him for 3.
2 albums, 2.
Couple
Was
of
it
them,
3?
2, 3.
3.
I don't know if he made it. Did he make it to Puppets?
Yeah.
No.
Because then
I don't think he did.
What? No,
I don't think he did.
I thought he did.
I could be wrong. Well, I know Injustice for All was when they brought in the guy from Flotsam and Jetsam, Jason Newsted.
Yes,
so
and
it could have been
they nixed the bass on that. There's no fucking bass on that album. That cocksucker Lars.
Have you listened to Injustice for Jason? Because the fans went back and actually remixed that album. Like they went back and put the bass into it and ramped it up so you can actually hear it. Jason's actually.
Oh, did they fix it? Because that's like one of the great fucking disasters ever.
Agreed.
We're talking about
they did it on purpose to fuck with him.
So
they did it on
Roman,
purpose.
Help.
So Roman.
Yeah.
So I mentioned a station, KNAC. Their last day on air, their final song that they played, Fade to Black, which is one of my favorite songs.
Yeah, me too. That's probably my number one, actually.
It's an amazing song.
Yeah.
That whole album, Ride the Lightning is my favorite Metallica album. It's just hands down. That's
Master is mine. Master.
That's most people's. I love Ride the Lightning.
The one I like the most is Injustice for All, but their best album is Ride the Lightning. Well, because that's when I started listening to metal. I saw one on MTV, and it was a huge deal because they had never done any videos before.
Oh, one, yeah.
Right. So when one came out, it was like it completely changed how I saw music from then on. Period.
It freaked everybody
out. Made me want to
dude.
play drums, made me want to write music, and made me want to get into metal. Like it changed who I was. So Lars is the reason why I have these annoying wood pieces with me all the time.
So Cliff Burton did play bass on Masters of Puppet. So we were just discussing that. Just to confirm, we got 3 albums out of him.
Yeah, he was something else, man. That guy. Oof. Now, like Anesthesia, like that really changed how people saw bass, which is weird because there were so many good bass players before that. But like that really opened it up because Metallica was really accessible. Like as far as metal goes, like they were starting to bring people around at that point. That's why they're, part of the Big Four. That they were accepted more into the mainstream. I think MTV had a lot to do with that as well. But,
a lot.
Well, yeah. It did. And then when the Black Album came out, they got Fell Out,
Understand, man.
Blah, blah, blah,
right.
They want to make fucking money, guys. It's a fucking
great
business
album
as well.
That's a great album.
Now,
Load is a big fat load, but
Now, I will say this. There was another MTV show, not Unplugged, which had some amazing acts.
Right.
But they had a show where actually fans would call in and request songs.
Right.
And then there were bands like
Go to Request Live.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they would have like the one show they had like REM on there, and fans would call in a song, and they'd be like, we haven't played that song in 5 years. We don't know how to play it anymore. And the Metallica, the one time was on, and someone called in some random B-side song, and they're like, "Oh fuck yeah, let's go!"
Right, right. Hell yeah.
The song we love and never get to play.
Yeah, Garage Days, man. I remember hearing that when I was younger, and that really, it was all covers and stuff, and
Garage Inc.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was crazy.
Misfits covers.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
What was all on there? Like Am I Evil was on there.
Yep.
Diamond Head.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
Yep.
come on, man. Yeah, there was a whole bunch of really good stuff. And that really was a game changer for me too, because hearing like an all cover album like that, that usually you'd have to go see somebody live to hear covers.
I must admit, I saw Metallica. I watched a video of Metallica the other night. It was some Elton John to Bernie Taupin songwriter tribute thing, and Metallica played, and they did Funeral for a Friend and Love Lies Bleeding, which are two great Elton John tracks, and they sounded brilliant on them. And they work really well as kind of like fast metal covers of those two, largely. I mean, there's like Elton John in the mid-70s. It's good rock. It was more rock Elton, but they played it really well. I was quite impressed.
And then their other like game-changing album was S&M.
That was an interesting project.
Well, that's a good game-changing philosophy for Roman, S&M.
Damn it!
True.
Why?
That's why you never see his wrists on camera.
But I mean,
That's right.
Well, a lot of people are probably not even aware that this album exists or what it is.
So the S&M album, and Dempsey and 70s, you'll probably agree with this. After hearing that, we started seeing this rise of these Scandinavian symphonic operatic bands started.
But yeah, that was where the progressive movement really took off, and it led to prog metal, which led to like Gent and all that other stuff. You got like Meshuggahs and things like that. That's a whole ball of wax. Absolutely.
If you've seen this production, it is quite impressive. I myself, and I'm not super fond of the album, and just you can hate me for that, and that's fine. But the production of it with a full orchestra playing backdrop to Metallica, like I said, as a production is an incredible thing.
Right. I never thought I'd see
like
that.
I said, a lot of people probably have not seen this.
Right.
It's the power of the orchestra. You can actually tell the power of an orchestra when you see it like this.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And I think it's better
Roman
visually.
Roman Matt is here.
And sneaking in.
What's up, dude?
Buddy.
What's up, Matt?
Hey guys, it's your most metal baconator here for you.
Nice. Is he getting intro?
How are you, man?
Doing okay. It's recovering from trying to recover from medical problems and stuff.
Gotcha.
So
Well, Godspeed on that.
And I actually so Roman, the insert of this, the conductor for the San Francisco Philharmonic Orchestra is writing the insert, and he said that the night they filmed they filmed and recorded for the album, the orchestra has never been in anything around metal at all. So they're on stage. There's the curtain, and all they hear are these metal fans just going nuts. And he said they genuinely looked afraid.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I'm sure that's quite different than what they're used to.
See, Razorhead's mentioned some great. These are great bands.
Oh yes, exactly.
Right, yeah.
Well, this
I
orchestra.
got to credit Rush with a lot of the progressive metal that came after.
Yeah.
Rush.
Yeah,
Rush
I could
huge
see that.
influence.
I could see that. Yeah.
This orchestra went on to record a bunch of metal and rock shows, though. Like this was the basis of a lot of collabs.
Right.
Then we get used to how the metal works and all.
Nice.
So I think they did work with Aerosmith a few years after this. A couple other big bands.
So they got their taste for it and they liked it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, the conductor,
Right.
if I recall correctly, the conductor himself was a metal fan.
Cool.
Oh wow.
Remember, Dokken
that helps.
was a orchestra
Michael.
leader too.
Michael something
So,
or other.
so Mike,
maybe.
it's Michael Kamen or Kamen.
Yeah.
He's great movie score guy. He's done a ton of great movies. And he did a fantastic record with Eric Clapton called Edge of Darkness, which was from the original British version of that TV show. The soundtrack for that was Eric Clapton and Michael Kamen. It's beautiful, atmospheric music if you ever get the chance to hear it. But he's done a ton of great movies as well.
And so a lot of bands heard Metallica S&M. I want to say the band called Therium or something like that. And it became the basis for European progressive symphonic metal.
Yeah, I mentioned that the Scandinavians.
Do you have to shout out Deep Purple for doing an album with an orchestra back in 1970 though?
Ooh, Eraserhead, great album reference there. Operation Mindcrime. Phenomenal.
Yeah, he's a great composer and arranger. He worked with Pink Floyd for a number of years.
That was a big turnaround for them, actually.
Oh, there have been collabs between like symphonic and metal, symphonic and rock for decades. I mean, Hair, remember Hair, and early stuff like Meatloaf and all that. There's always been a crossover sort of dream that, because it's all like metal and the operatic sound, so to speak.
Michael Kamen. Sorry, mate.
No, I was saying like the metal and operatic sound kind of go together if you think it's like from a musical structural point of view,
Right.
They do. It's the power. The orchestras back in the day, like say in Beethoven's day, were on it's like the metal bands of the 70s. They were on a who can be the loudest thing, adding more instruments and trying to get louder and louder. They loved it loud too. But Michael Kamen does have a strike against him though. He did co-write Everything I Do It For You. The things I do for you. The for you I do the things I do.
So he's the guy I throw stuff at.
He co-wrote that.
Well, okay, I'll say this. That was a good song and not in my taste. And I really wish I had never heard it the 850,000 times.
You lucky bugger. I heard it over 1 million.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that was all in 1 week, by the way. Right.
Like, sometimes a good song becomes a bad song because it just gets overplayed so much.
Yeah, that's how I feel about Pink Floyd.
Yeah. That's why I stopped listening to classic rock radio and FM and just play the same songs again and again.
Right. Yeah, I feel the same way about Bob Marley too. When I was growing up, there was a lot of Bob Marley, Leonard Skinner, and Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
Right.
I and I.
Yeah, because we were in the 90s, and you see everybody wanted to go back to the 90s right now. When we were in the 90s, we wanted to be in the 70s. That's where we wanted
I never
to be.
wanted to be back in the 70s until now.
Hey guys, I gotta take off.
Is it time?
Yeah, what a couple things I want to say for our left. Metallica gets all the love, but Slayer and Anthrax, all those guys, but Cannibal Corpse, Sepultura, Celtic Frost. There were some really great late 80s, early 90s metal thrash stuff that came out at that time.
Slayer are one of the best.
Sepultura.
Yes, Sepultura. Yep.
Yeah.
And Exodus and those guys. So
Celtic Frost was one of the
Megadeth
to symphonic metal.
I think they did later, a lot, but they were Pantera a bit later than that because I'm a big Pantera guy.
Yeah,
they came out of
Cowboys from Hell was 1990.
And then that changed. It wasn't just straight thrash. It became
that went
little rap, new metal,
groovier.
Yeah,
he was like high notes, like
later guys. Take care.
Like,
see you, Blair.
Blair. Thank you, brother.
See, Pantera did write the greatest NHL goal scoring song ever. Puck Off, the Dallas Stars one. Every time the Stars score, it's Pantera that play. It's a song called Puck Off, written specifically for the Stars.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's the best.
That rules. Hell yeah. I love Pantera. They're my favorite metal band, period. I saw them 9 times live. I spoke with Dimebag. Yeah, I can't say enough about them.
Legends. Yeah, absolute legends.
But Lombardo is one of the guys who really, really, really solidified drums and metal because it wasn't Lars for damn sure. But Lars helped. But Lombardo was the one who got the whole like machine gun double pedal and super technical drums and polyrhythmic starts. Like he really, mastered all that.
And then it progressed to Joey and then Danny.
Yeah.
Harry.
Yeah. Danny Carey, holy crap. Yeah, that's a
Fucking
big
amazing.
jump. Yeah. You know that him and Maynard were in Green Jelly, right?
Yeah.
Little
Green
pig,
Jelly.
little pig.
Little bit let me in.
Chin, chin.
Used to be Green Jello. They had a copyright infringement.
Yep. They had to change it. Yeah.
That's a
This
great
is
song.
where we can talk about Rick Rubin, though, Dempsey.
Yeah, right. Like that guy, man, he produced everything back then. All the huge metal guys back then, they went through Rubin, and he really helped them make good decisions, except for, and Justice for All. Right. Besides that one, he really helped them like dial it in, and he really pushed them to come out with something that was really crisp, and it was very just on point, every single person. And it's not like they were doing it together. They were doing it separately, but you couldn't tell that by listening to the albums. Like it's so clean.
The production on Rain and Blood is absolutely spectacular. And Rick Rubin, while not having any musical talent or ability to play an instrument, he has an ear.
Yes.
And he knows what sounds good. That's his fucking method. That's what he does.
That's right.
He doesn't sit there at a board and fucking move shit around. He tells someone else, I want this, I want that. And it gets that sound. He produced a Black Sabbath 13.
13,
well.
yeah. Although Tony Iommi said, I didn't quite know what he was going for. He'd say, do play it like that. I'd go, why? And he'd go, just do it. So he didn't know quite why.
Right. Yeah, I heard he was notoriously difficult to work for, like in the moment. Like it's not like people hated him. It was just he really expected a lot, and he wanted it done a certain way. It was going to be his way, and that's how it. Yeah. I love it. But I mean, the proof's in the pudding here, man. The guy put out spectacular work. I can't really think of any back then, especially that were bad. Right? Holy crap.
And if you look at his catalog, not just in the metal arena, but music overall, who he produced, because he was a lot in the rap. He did Beastie Boys stuff earlier on as well.
Right.
Dude had his fingers in a lot of fucking pies, and it's not like you look at his catalog and go, oh man, he fucking sucks. It's like all gold. It's amazing.
Right. Well, and what did he help Venom at all in that era? Was he with them at all?
I don't recall that, but
that I don't know.
But there was a bunch of dudes that came out back then, man. It's kind of hard to keep track of them all because I keep thinking of like Morbid Angel and stuff
Mr.
like
Hanky
that.
Poo was my favorite, I think. No.
Let's see.
But yeah, dude, the freaking 90s, man. That when it flipped from the 80s to the 90s, I don't know what happened, but something changed.
Yeah.
And like the scene just went from like you could, is that really metal? Is that hard rock? Is it a mix? Like what is that? It's metal. This is hard metal, and like thrash really took off.
Oh dear. Yeah, they're not all gold. Okay, I'm just kind of looking at the
there's some weird
early
stuff on
90s. I was like 4 or 5.
Well, he also did Death Magnetic from Metallica 2008.
Later on in the 90s, metal music, it just became this a bunch of bands copying each other, and it just came this big blur of noise. And I'm talking mainstream.
I'm gonna
like everybody was trying to be
my experience of.
Well, I'm
Slipknot.
Disagree with that because mid to late 90s to the early 2000s, you got the new metal scene. So you've got like Korn, Limp Bizkit, Tool, Deftones, which is a fucking amazing band.
Oh yeah, that's my wife's favorite. She's got a Deftones tattoo on her arm.
After that,
did you get their latest album, Dempsey? Just came out?
No, not yet. No, but we were watching them talk as they released it. They had a YouTube live as they were releasing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard 2 songs off of that album, I think.
And then you got like the early 2000s where Slipknot joined the scene. Slipknot, Kitty, which was kind of aside from Lita Ford, was like the first ladies of metal.
Right, them and like L7.
Right.
Yeah.
And then,
I mean, yeah.
And then then from there, the ladies of metal became like In This Moment. You got like
Ginger.
OTEP.
OTEP.
Yeah.
I saw her live. That was actually amazing. She's a complete
fucking cunt.
But yeah, that don't even begin to start with it. But her band live was
is
amazing.
amazing.
Yeah, I was on point. Those.
Yeah.
Freaking hell yeah. There was like, I think maybe 80 people in this little tiny bar tucked back over by where my church used to be growing up. Like,
nice.
Yeah, great. Yeah, it was awesome.
So Matt had brought me my attention to a band. It's one of the, I guess they've had like 3 chick singers. I am not really familiar with. I know we talked about them a little bit a while ago, but we talked about a lot of things, and Nightwish.
Fucking amazing.
band.
Fucking amazing band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. They're the peak of like when you think of a signature, like every musical like subject or genre or whatever has a signature band. Nightwish is that for symphonic metal.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Yeah.
And
absolutely.
I will say that Floor Jansen is probably the best female vocalist in the metal scene right now.
She's the best female vocalist alive today in general. She can sing anything.
Tatiana from Ginger's pretty far up there.
Tatiana's great.
I mean, her range is crazy. Her range is like almost Mike Patton levels of crazy.
I don't want to.
Then you've also got Simone Simons from Epica, another Scandinavian.
Well, no offense to Simone or Tatiana, but they're not Floor.
Well, yeah,
right,
yeah.
Well, and Floor replaced Anna. I think her name was.
No, Anna. So it's something else, but yeah.
And then oh god, her name's escaping me. The original singer.
Yeah. The original opera singer, basically.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Freaking name.
But the point is, Nightwish had a great singer, then they had a good singer, and then they had the best of all time. That's the way to look at it. And you lucked out with a band like that. Plus, they had Marco for a long time, who was a great male singer.
Tarja.
That's it.
Tarja, yeah. Tarja Tarkonen. That kid was hard. Yeah.
I played the video for you, but then the show will be seen by no one ever again because they'll eat me to fucking nowhereville.
It's frustrating. We can't play music. We can talk about it. We can't play it. It's frustrating.
Talk about it. We can't play. We're doing our best, folks. We're doing our best.
So much like the Sao Paulo show for Maiden, 2000 and I want to say 16,
13.
Okay, so 2013, Nightwish, the Wacken, it's like an hour and 45-minute show. Fucking amazing. Absolutely fucking amazing.
You can get that show on Blu-ray, by the way.
It's on YouTube too. Yeah, you can watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
So speaking of YouTube, there's a video of me somewhere floating around on YouTube in the early 2000s singing late 90s Sepultura.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
Now there's
not with the band. It was a cover, but still.
If you want
to, I got you.
If you want to hear some awesome music, by the way, that of the European progressive, there's a guy named Arjen Lucassen. He's a producer in Europe. And because he's a producer, he gets a lot of people to perform for him on his own music. So just to look for Ayeron. I search for his music. He does he has like 30 concept albums with his long science fiction story he's been telling for like 30 years, 20 years. I'll drop some stuff later to you guys. You know, when I not in critical medical edition, obviously. You know, but he did. You know, did a lot of, and then there's what's the guy's name? My brain's not working right now, guys. They're a little medicated. But you know,
all right.
Not
Give me a
medicated.
hint. Maybe I'll be able to help.
yeah. But
He was a man. He looked like a man.
And he was in metal.
Well, that could be anybody now then.
Looking like a man.
I want to talk about these guys a little bit.
Rob Halford.
This was an
Oh.
interesting.
He looked like a man and he was in metal.
Oh,
He looked like a man.
yeah.
And he
God,
liked
I
to
he
look.
looked-
That was him.
He looked at a man.
The
God, I
Man
missed
in a
this
box
man.
there? Man in a box.
this is
changed it
interesting
for
because
me.
this is one of those phases. Now, Alice in Chains
Phenomenal.
is arguably the biggest band of this type of music, but grunge, while I don't want to do a grunge show, but Alice in Chains was
I
very
did
much
one
a
once.
metal band in a grunge era because
Yeah,
they were
sure.
different than the other bands.
like
Right.
sound.
The music
I
they
mean,
produced
so,
was
yeah.
very different than the other ones.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm with
And
you on
they're-
that.
And they're unplugged, phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you go to a song like "Man in a Box," which was their breakthrough song.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right.
That's Headbangers Ball. That's where that song
Right.
gets introduced. It's not on 120 fucking minutes. It's on Headbangers Ball.
That's right.
And man, they kind of kicked the door open with that. I mean, that's what exposed a lot more people to them.
Right.
I've got Facelift. That's where I start with them as far as my album collection goes.
Right. We move into Dirt and Jar of Flies.
Yes, Jar of Flies
Yep,
is
Jar of
an
Flies.
incredible.
Yeah.
But it's funny though because they start metal, but they don't necessarily stay.
No, they turn grunge.
They wander out of that. Yeah, they did. Yeah, because
Right.
STP kind of did the same thing.
Yeah, STP is
STP
Alice in Chains
before-
if they were grunge the whole
To me-
time. Right.
To me, grunge was a artificially made up music category, trying to pigeonhole people by like MTV trying to make a new music category.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
good point.
honestly, I think
Good
you're
point.
almost right. My way I always looked at it was they made up something to where Nirvana could fit in.
Mhm.
That's arguably true. Yeah.
So
What do
would
y'all
you
think of
consider
Metallica in the 90s?
Yeah.
would you
Metallica in the
consider
90s
Corn
was
or
alright.
Corn metal
Was okay.
or grunge? What are
New
Corn?
metal.
New
metal.
They're new
okay.
metal. That's
Yeah.
that. Now we're
They're
getting
almost
into
the
modern
defining
era
band of
stuff.
new metal.
New
It's
metal,
like Korn.
as in
They were the ones that
NU
really
metal.
opened the door for that. Yeah.
I'm actually
Like-
Corn.
Like when you
Because I
hear
quite like them.
Blind, like
Grunge.
Blind was the one. Like that
Yeah.
started out, you hear that.
They do a mean bagpipe. There's bagpipes
yeah.
in some of
John?
their stuff.
John.
Yeah,
There's
Jonathan
the-
did that.
Yeah, he plays for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
legit
but then you hear
Corn
the
now.
song Daddy and you're like, whoa.
Ooh.
Maybe I'm listening to the wrong album. I'm gonna fast forward
Okay.
through the song.
Yeah.
Holy crap, that's heavy.
Now,
Like he starts crying and like it's
yeah. Well,
bad,
I mean,
dude. Like,
so you know the story behind that song, right?
well, which one? Because I've heard a couple different
Okay.
ones.
Well. I heard that John was in the booth, and he's going through the song, and the emotion is getting to him, and this is where he starts crying, and
Right.
he wanted to stop, and like no,
Right there. No, keep going. Yeah.
keep going,
Yeah.
keep going,
Now, from what I understand, his parents were really good to him.
yeah,
So that song's not about him.
no,
That song's about somebody else. And he put himself in that person's shoes so well, and everything hit so well. The band was so on it, and he was doing so well that it made everything stand up, and all of his hair stood up, and his eyes started watering, and he just lost it. And yeah, they kept it rolling. Yeah.
best Corn story. There's this high school senior in Detroit, and he gets called to the principal's office, and he's wearing a Corn shirt, and the principal's like, that band is offensive, blah blah blah. You're gonna need to change your shirt, and he's like, no, there's no dress code here. This is a band I like. I'm just expressing myself. This is freedom of speech, and now the Principal said not in my school and suspended the kid. Should have known who this kid was related to because his uncle was the booked all the events for the Joe Louis Arena.
Oh, the Joe. I've been there many times. Well, until they knocked it down.
Korn was coming through town. So the uncle heard about what happened and said, hey, do you want to come into the work with me, do some files or whatever? Maybe someone from the band will show up. So sure enough, the kids doing files, whatever, and the tour manager and Jonathan came in to cross the T's and dot the I's. And John's completely distracted the entire time. And he stops. He's like, hold on. Are you a little young to be here? Talking to the kid. And the kid explained what happened. He's like, oh, that sucked. Can we grab him seats or whatever? And like, yeah, we get you some seats. So they got him seats to the show. That's fine enough. 2 weeks later, same school. Principal's walking through the hallways as school is like letting out. All of a sudden, kids just start running in like mass to the student parking lot. He thinks there is a fight, so he runs out there. And I've seen this shirt, so I know that this is real. In the back of a pickup truck, there's the band Korn throwing shirts out to the kids, and on the front of the shirt, in the Korn script, is the First Amendment to the Constitution, and on the back it says Korn, legal everywhere except Detroit.
That's amazing.
Good one.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
They did that for one kid.
That's amazing.
It's nice.
Hell yeah. Yeah,
so this is the I think we can qualify this. The problem is I qualify this as modern era, but it's no longer modern era.
Well, hold on now. Before we go there, I wanted to bring up Pantera specifically because Pantera had a.
Let me pull it up.
Like they really had.
Yeah. I'm not a Pantera guy, so they didn't hit my lexicon.
Like when fucking Hostile came out, that was a one of those paradigm shifts. Okay, that really changed things because the scene wasn't really that way back then, and this was like kind of in the wake of the whole Two Live Crew, Indecency and Music court case that happened, and they had switched over and really like dropped into this whole we're going to be just a thrash band now. Because the only thing that they had before that was thrash was Cowboys from Hell, and that was a lot more melodic. There was a lot more high-end singing. Where he just came out with fucking Hostile, and it was like, and that really defined that era. Because like Jacob had brought up about Metallica in the mid to late 90s, they had really fallen out, and Lars was starting to crash out a lot, and Pantera picked up a lot of that slack.
Well, there was a bunch of metal bands like from the 90s on got annoyed by metal music in general and started going heavy, just heavier.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and my favorite song from metal is in that era, and it's on the Vulgar Display of Power, which is the album that had fucking Hostile on it. Right. And it's called Conceit, Regular People. And I highly recommend you listen to that song if you're not familiar with it. It's one of the best metal songs of the era, maybe of that whole decade. Like, it really is that good. Like, really, I highly recommend it. I'll put it in chat here.
Yeah. There was sort of what you call the metal rebound effect, I guess you would say, in the 90s, where the more pure metal bands were like, they're tired of the new metal label, and
that's my favorite album by them.
Yeah.
But all of the people who were still metal and not the new metal, because new metal was really taking off at that point, and it was changing. You know, the public was going more that way, and Pantera kind of kept people in the metal scene. And
I still think of new metal as a fake marketing category,
right?
You know, because Korn was just a metal band that got pegged as new metal. You know,
right?
Like a lot of bands got pegged up with that new metal label. They were just metal bands, but the marketing people wanted to make up a new category. You know,
right? Right, it's like a rap metal.
They love labels. Yeah. They love labels.
Yeah,
right.
They do.
Well, and also let's not forget, in the same time frame, you're getting the rise of industrial. Too.
Right.
Which
or new things like Nine Inch Nails and
Nine Inch Nails,
right?
Static X, and
it is kind of its own thing,
and a group.
That's right. Industrial,
and a group who the singer has kind of evolved himself into a media person. Most of his movies suck, but Rob Zombie came out with White Zombie.
White Zombie. I saw them. I had a Browns hat.
I love White
by
Zombie.
them. Yeah, White Zombie.
Well,
I love Sean. Are you a fan of Sean, the bass player? You like her?
Oh, Sean.
Yeah.
Sean, you saw?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She's still rocking. She's got her own thing going now.
Well, you mentioned now, you mentioned Pantera in the video for Walk. Dimebag is wearing a White Zombie shirt.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dimebag was one of the more influential people too. Like his playing style will never be replicated. I know Zach Wild is trying to do it right now because Pantera is still touring again. He was really close with Dimebag, like personally. They were really good friends. Yeah. And, you know, Zach had been playing with Ozzy this whole time after Randy passed, you know, rip Randy Rhoads. Zach took over his spot, and him and Dimebag hung out a lot. So, yeah, there was a lot of talent floating around in there. But I've noticed in that era specifically, there was a bunch of, like, brothers that came in and were really helping metal a lot. Like, in Sepultura, you got, you know, the Caballero brothers, and they, you know, Igor and Max were really tearing stuff up. Chaos AD was something else, man. That album is just spectacular. Holy crap. If you haven't listened to Chaos AD, that is just banger after banger the whole time. Yeah. Yeah, I highly recommend that stuff because, you know, they had some good things before that, but that was their
perfection. So Rock Fan, you gotta bail, my friend.
Fortunately, I do have to bail. Although there's a ton of stuff. I mean, I wouldn't say I listen to a huge amount of metal these days, but there's certain bands I do, like High on Fire, Midnight, Sabaton. I'm an enormous Sabaton fan.
Sabaton.
I've got my ticket for April to April 18th. April 18th, I've got my ticket for next year already.
Nice.
Big, huge Sabaton fan. Death, Baroness. But I like my friend Imperatus introduced me to a lot of the more esoteric stuff. So the Hellhammers, the Bathories, the Emperors, the Opeths. I like that stuff. It's very symphonic and operatic, and even if it doesn't have any of those elements in it, it's so beautiful. Some of that really far out there black metal.
Well, I got something for you here. Before you take off, I think you should check out a band called Tesseract.
I've heard of Tesseract.
Yeah, yes. Tesseract is amazing.
He's writing it down.
Yeah. I'll have to write it down. I might even have some, but
there's a band called Orbit Culture.
I listen to things, I don't even have the band's name. I hear it, I go, I'll keep that, and I don't even remember the band's name. But I just wanted to give a plug to something before I go, and it isn't my own channel. It's a channel I'm involved with, though. And I'm going to share my screen. So there we go.
Oh, okay.
If this is me and Nick Visor, Imperatus, Pope Metallicus, and a few other guys, a couple other guys. We've formed this channel, Bonded by Metal. So we're gradually building up the content in there, and it's all metal related, obviously. So check that out. Bonded by Metal. You can subscribe to that 70s Rock Fan as well if you wish. I think everybody in the chat already is. So, but yeah,
can you give us a link for that?
I can.
I would love that.
We'll put it in.
Throw it in the private chat, then I'll throw it up on
I'll put it in the private chat. So we're just getting started and building up the content in there. So we're having some fun with that.
Well,
Fuck
Animals
yeah,
as
dude.
Leaders was the other one. Animals as Leaders. Tosin Abasi, that guy is he's a wizard. I'm not sure how he does what he does. The guy's
But-
amazing.
Yeah, back on my channel, that 70s Rock Fan, I've done a number of live streams about metal or metal-related bands over the years, so just go check some of those out, and there's the odd video in there too, amongst the other music. So, but yeah, thanks for having me on, guys. Really appreciate it.
Oh.
It's been
No.
real.
It's been nice talking to you
thank
again,
you,
man. It's
brother.
been a while.
All right,
Yes,
Andy.
yeah, I'll see you guys
Hopefully,
again
man.
soon, I hope. And remember, keep on rocking.
That's right.
That's right.
Keep it rocking, but you
Right
can't
on,
come
pal.
in.
See ya. Bye.
Later.
Yeah, man.
Later.
So
That's
Roman,
70s Rock Fan.
So
He's a good
Roman,
guy.
Roman, I have to scoot soon as well. But
I
there is
know.
a band but there is a band that I kind of want to talk about. A certain
Yeah.
little band out of Tokyo started 10 years ago, and I am late to the party, but it is better late than never. It is Sue Metal, Moa Metal, Momo Metal, otherwise just known as Baby Metal.
That's right.
Absolutely phenomenal band. So
Agreed.
right here you've got right here from left to right, you've got Momo. She's the youngest. She's 22.
And the newest
Sue
member of the
is-
band, too.
Right. She officially came on in 2023.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
So
I forget
Sue-
the girl's name that they lost. She was
Yui.
really good, too. Yeah.
Yui Metal.
Yeah.
So Suzuka or Sue Metal is the oldest. She's 27. And then Moa is 25. So, and they've kind of, if you're a fan, you know, just from where they started with Give Me Chocolate to what they're doing now.
Right.
Sue's voice has matured so much, and now she's moving into the logical progression where she's actually writing songs as well.
Right.
And if you've
Yeah.
seen anything from this band, especially their live shows, those crowds are ridiculous.
Yeah, huge.
Absolutely ridiculous. And it's not even that. I mean, their fans have been called the cult because they know the hand motions, they know the song, they know where to
Right.
put it in, and it is just it's on paper. It should not work. This is
Right.
Japanese. This is Japanese pop mixed with legit metal bands. That's
Yes.
so
Like virtuoso
So-
musicians, not just
Right.
like normal metal dudes. These guys are like the hand-picked. Right.
right.
These guys
So-
are badasses.
Okay, so now from here, the one on the left, that is Yui. That is the one who is
Yeah.
no longer in the band.
Right.
She left in 2019, actually 2018 due to health issues. But this is you've got this mixing of things that should not work. And it works on every single level, to the fact that you've got this latest album. They do collabs with them. Tom Morello with Spirit Box, Slaughter to Prevail, Electric Callboy, Poppy, other all like established metal hard rock like icons.
Right.
And it is just a tribute to how good and how talented these young ladies are. Because again, this is also something you don't see in metal much: choreography. I mean,
Right.
and I'm
Yeah,
talking-
it's a whole show.
and-
It's an entertainment experience. It's not just
Right.
a metal
And-
show. Right.
and it's not just a few hand moves. No, this is like intricate choreography. So if you get a chance to watch any of their live stuff, highly encourage it.
JB is
I mean,
late to the program, but well worth it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some
I'd say
fans
that
out
they're
there-
definitely worthy. And I'll put it out there. My kids love this band. You know, me and my
And they
wife
have-
and my kids would all jam to this band. It was
right.
It's good
Okay,
family
and-
metal.
and-
yeah,
They have a great backup band too.
yeah,
Tommy
absolutely.
A tribute, and
Yeah.
and just as a tribute here, Dempsey. Again, you see their shows, their live shows. It is the entire spectrum of ages.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It is kids to our age.
Yep.
Folks in there.
Absolutely. Yeah, because they can see themselves in those girls. Well, especially in the years past. And now, you know, the girls are all older now, you know, they're all like women now, right? But when I first started jamming to them with the family, they were all little.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. It was kind of crazy. Yeah, the skeletons.
But they you know, they earn their cred with collabs and with
Rob
Roman, you know.
Halford. Rob
Yeah.
Halford was
Right.
one of them. Like they have toured with I'm just said they have toured with Slipknot. They have toured with Metallica. So they're legit. I mean, and of course it started off as a gimmick. Of course it did. But then again, so did Gwar. So did Slipknot. It was a gimmick at first to get folks to Mudvayne to get folks to notice them.
Right.
But this band is fucking amazing. Absolutely fucking amazing. And the vocals, especially Sue. Again, you go from
she's the lead singer if there was one. Right.
And from their early days till now is just light years. Light years. And the maturity in her voice and in her the vocal styling. I cannot say enough good things about this band.
Yeah, I'd say every single person in that band is at least a B grade musician. And I mean that in a good way. Like these people are seriously making real hard metal at this point. Like it's kind of crazy. I was not expecting that from the band that gave me Chocolate. You know, they really went in that way, and I was glad. Like when they first started out, they weren't writing their own music. They were like handed stuff, like learn this and do it like that. And like you said, and now they're doing their own stuff, and it's hard. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Certainly. For real. Yeah, they were a studio formulaic band when they first started. Yeah, those freaking crowds. You're not joking. There's electric. Those people are jumping around and they're all singing and there's like people crying.
Their latest album, Metal Fourth. The latest album, Metal Fourth, just came out like a month ago, and it's all collabs with other established metal folks. And with that, I gotta scoot because I got another show to go. And all righty, with the Fox got. So on my channel, we're kind of going through stuff right now, but I will be bringing content out tomorrow. We're doing a special Wednesday night is overbooked. This was a topic that I wanted to do a video for, but I changed it. We're going to do a discussion. So myself and Left Eye Ego, we're going to be talking about the Jade Cargill experiment in the WWE and how it has failed and what could possibly save it, if at all. And that's, of course, along with the regular Wednesday night is overbooked with Left Eye Ego, Lawrence Knight, Duke Devil 95, and our own Matt right here as well. And yeah, I mean, I'm almost at 770 subs now. Nice. My first baby metal video is almost at 1,800 views. So let's keep that going and get the views and get the views for my other stuff as well too. And our who's in there? I will be there soon, sir. And with that, I'm going to say adios, guys.
See you, man.
All right, buddy.
Good seeing you.
We'll see you next week.
See you guys.
All right, let's it's just down to us. Let's just do a real quick one. And Jacob, you can abstain from this if you want to, because I know this is not necessarily your genre. So top 3, your favorite 3 metal bands. No explanation, no doctoral dissertation. Just who are your top 3? And Jacob, if you want to participate in this, you certainly can. But I'm going to start with Matt.
My top 3.
I know it's a big question, and you can mix and match your sub genres, but with the overall header of metal.
Well, Metallica for sure. Nightwish, and it's just tough because it's a mood thing. You know what I mean? Like some weeks I
understand that.
Yeah, Metallica, Nightwish, and like some moods I'm in a Slayer mood, and so Slayer's there. Other weeks I'm in a mood for Anthrax, or I guess Metallica, Nightwish, and Alice in Chains. There we go.
Alice in Chains. Alice in Chains
nice.
is I love Alice in Chains. It's a great band.
Yeah, agreed.
Dempsey.
Well, first I'd like to say I'd like to hear Jacob's answer to this. It's not too much pressure on, because I'd like to hear somebody who doesn't normally listen to metal what they like about metal. You know what I mean? So I think it would be interesting. Just throwing that out there. But
right, Jacob,
no
you're
pressure.
now on the fire. You're fully under pressure now, Jacob.
I can't say I like bits and pieces here and there of music, all kinds of music, metal too. So I would say probably Metallica, Led Zeppelin. I know they're on different spectrums.
It's completely Led Zeppelin is very
metal.
legit. Yep.
Yeah,
they're foundational.
Yes.
Yeah, but I would say those two.
Nice. Yeah, I mean that's nice. Those are both great bands. Hell yeah.
They are both great bands.
I do like Alice in Chains too.
Yeah. Hey, there you go. Perfect. That round out your 3. Those are 3 great metal bands, man. Hell yeah. I'm going to say my 3. I'd have to go. Meshuggah is going to be in here. Meshuggah is like something like a machine on steroids. It's playing metal. I love it. I love it. And then you've got your Pantera, which is just my classic go-to all the time. Then we've got, if I had to pick a third, probably Sepultura. Yeah. Gotta love that Brazilian metal, man.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
And I'm gonna start with the classic. Black Sabbath there's one of my favorite overall bands. It's not just in the metal category. Just one of my favorite bands. Then Iron Maiden, which I have 3 albums, and because I came into the game late, I've got Somewhere Back in Time, which is just it's a best of, but fuck, it's just so good. And then their live album, which is they're very similar albums actually, but I do love the sampling of the eras. Power Slave is, if you had to pick the quintessential Iron Maiden album, I think Power Slave is the one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
And then Mastodon, which we didn't get to talk about tonight, and I wanted to, but then it just kept wandering off the plate.
Right.
Mastodon is fucking phenomenal. I think very underrated.
Agreed.
They're powerful, and you have 2 different vocalists going at this, and it's a beautiful thing. And if you haven't heard them, I got exposed to them a couple of years back, so I'm still new to the game, but I like them so much better than a lot of the other stuff out there. Like I said, they're underrated. Not everybody even knows who the fuck they are. But and they're one of the leading members. Fuck, my brain just died. Motorcycle accident. I wish I was better at everything in my life. But anyway, we'll just leave it hanging there. Mastodon.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Earlier today, I was listening to the Who, not WHO, the HU. They're a Mongolian.
Oh yeah.
You can't hear. Fuck. Can you hear me?
Yes.
No.
I can't hear you.
Well, the right price for it.
I can hear you, man.
Yeah,
I can hear you.
Let's see if this helps.
Yep, I still hear
This
you.
happens. God
hear you.
damn it.
Who is a good band? Yeah.
Here, you talk amongst
But, man-
yourselves for a second. I gotta unfuck my audio.
Yeah, Who is a good band. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and throw that out there. I actually enjoy them. I didn't think I would because when I heard about it, I was like, that sounds really weird. And then I listened to them and was
That
like,
throat singing with
Yeah.
the metal music. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gone.
yeah,
We can do what we want now.
Oh no, yeah, seriously, that mix that they have going on is
Mongolian
very
throat
unique.
singing, yeah.
Yeah, that's great, man. That goes really well, lends itself really well
that's
to the
all-
metal genre.
That's a whole subgenre of metal, folk
Yeah.
metal.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you guys hear European folk metal, like what the hell is the band called? Hold on. Now I gotta get a name.
Yeah, there's a lot of European stuff we didn't go over. Like we didn't even talk about Varg. Like Varg was running around Europe burning down churches and like murdered his bandmate, and they took a picture of his bandmate's body. It was crazy. Like they took this guy in their band, ended himself, and they took a picture of it and put it on their album cover. And the guy went around Europe burning down churches. And when he got arrested for the murder of his bandmate, he was in the courtroom and there's video of him turning to look at the camera and just smiling.
Yeah.
And it's one of the most evil things I've ever seen in my life. And the guy like flipped out. He's crazy. He's out of jail now. Like,
wow.
Yeah, Varg. That's a whole thing you should look into, man. The European death metal or black metal, I suppose that would be the black metal.
Well,
over
there's
there.
older bands like
So fast.
Belty, Kraken, and all that.
Right.
But there's a band that came out. They're Swedish, I think.
Mhm.
Swedish. I gotta find the name of this band because they're really good.
Yeah.
Swedish.
Well,
I love. There's a Swedish band called Vildharda, and it means cold-hearted, I believe, is what it means in their tongue. But Vildharda, they are just amazing, and they
Well,
are.
I mean,
like,
obviously the prototypical one is Amon Amarth,
yeah, Monomarth. Yeah, that's good stuff.
which is named after
Yeah,
the Tolkien. Amon Amarth is the Sindarin word for Mount Doom. So,
yes,
what's that
good
band
stuff.
called? I used to listen to them all the freaking time.
well, we're gonna wrap here, guys, because my equipment is deciding to fight me. So that's usually a telltale that I'm in for something catastrophic, and I don't want to just end it with me doing this for
Quicksilver.
a amount of
The
time.
song is Quicksilver. Can't remember the name of it though.
Opeth or Sabaton.
No,
Enemy, Candlemass.
European metal. Weird European metal. We're now in the weird European metal phase of the evening, folks.
Hey, there's
European
a lot.
metal? Is that
How
where you
long?
pee on metal?
The band is Heilung, Heilung, and the song is called Krigsgalder. They're a European folk metal band. They sing in the native tongue. They're really good.
Nice.
Yeah, folk metal really gets to me.
I like the Swedish language in general. I grew up with a set of brothers that played metal together, guitar player and drummer. Shabloom. I don't know if you ever watched my music show on Ryan Roger Athay's channel, but Jim did the show with me, and he's from Sweden. His family's from Sweden. They all speak Swedish very fluently, and they talk like this, but they do the Swedish, and it's just the inflection. It's like every other syllable goes up, and that's just like, I don't know. It's very it has a lot of music behind just them speaking, but it's a Germanic language, but it sounds very, it's flowing as opposed to like harsh, like German,
I'm pronouncing this right, but
Wardunia,
but it's a Norwegian band that it's like more Viking culture,
Viking
Viking
metal,
but it's not metal. That they have metal band or metal people that they have a metal background, but they do mostly folk music.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Well,
Like
I mean,
Bathory.
I got to a late, guys. It was a good show. You know?
Oh, yeah.
thank you for jumping in, man. I was like, I don't know if he's gonna make it. I'm really glad he showed up though, dude. We don't. I mean, there's a limited here. I mean, Matt, I know you've got your thing going on. Dempsey, do you have anything else? I know we cracked open the freaking.
Yeah. The Pandora's box is open now. I don't know. No, I got no plans right now. Just kind of winging it. And I had to come back for this, man. I had to be here.
I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did.
Thanks for having me.
Again, this was a fun conversation. Jacob, what do you have coming up, my friend?
I got some Star Trek DS9 coming up. A couple episodes.
Oh, nice.
Some good episodes. One of them, they dress up like Klingons to infiltrate. It's a good one. Good episode.
Nice. See, I didn't finish DS9. It wasn't my bag, baby. I know a lot of people love it. It's a lot of people's favorite Trek. It's not my favorite Trek, but I like anything prior to like Enterprise is better than anything that we have in the modern world by a long shot. And so coming up next week over here at of the Empire, we're going to be doing a free range show, and we're going to have Nick from The Plot Strikes Back. That's our postponed show, but it's going to be all new topics because I got last week isn't the modern topic, so we're going to be talking about new shit. But I want to thank so much to the audience, everyone over on X and on YouTube for hanging out with us tonight. This was a fun conversation. That 70s Rock Fan and Blair and Joker and Dempsey and Jacob and Matt, thank you for being here. Again, we fired Sammy Threepeat once again. Mando, I can only assume, is in custody, and Shieldwall is off having a grand adventure somewhere. Now he's healing up from some stuff. So he's the only one actually not in trouble for being absent tonight.
And so, Mando's in a fire somewhere with lions. So it's cool.
It's something bad is going on. It's just, it's happening.
Yeah, right.
But thank you all for hanging out with us tonight. And again, we're here every Thursday at 5 Pacific Standard, short of something horrible happening in the world. So until next time, be kind.
Later.